Alright, hopefully your grid looks like my grid now, and your drawing looks like my drawing here. Now, you do not have to put it on the same page. I'd actually prefer, and I find it to be easier to do it on a full sheet, but for demo purposes on this video, I thought this would be best to have it side by side so you can see it. Now, so as you can see, I've labeled and did the sides. You don't have to do that. It's just for so you can understand where you're at. That's all it is, okay? So over here, A1, there's nothing here. So what I'm gonna do is just put an X, a light X, over all the areas I don't have to work with right now. So that row is pretty much done. This row, okay. Now here, same thing goes all the way down, all the way to this one. So I'm just gonna put a light X so I can erase it later. Okay. Now this row right here, don't have to do anything, don't have to do anything, don't have to do anything, and don't have to do anything, and don't have to do anything there. Now everything else I do. So my image is right in this space. So does that make sense? Okay. Now the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go and I'm gonna do the outline of everything that's in here. So I'm gonna start in my corner here. And the reason I didn't put an X at the very bottom, I don't know if you can see that, is I can see a very edge of that shirt. So I'm gonna put that edge of the shirt coming down. It actually goes in right up into the base there. And then this one's gonna go right about here. In case you guys can't see. Put a light on. And I'm just gonna kind of lightly outline my shape. Right here's where the neck is. I think I got a little too far, so I'm gonna bring it back just a tiny bit. And then the chin starts going up right here. The chin goes up here into this edge. Now, there is a line that goes right through this section here, so I want to make sure I get that. I decided to make it a little challenging by doing a broken glass mirror portrait. And this line goes all the way straight through here too. Now I'm going to look back in this shape and I see the edge of the cheek starting right here and going out. And then I have another line appearing. And now this time the line is right here. And it goes all the way to my third square. And then this line's going to come all the way out. So I'm just going to kind of get that shape in. Now I'm going to look back at this square because this is where it starts, right there on the edge. The eye comes into that shape. Back there, and I think that line needs to come down a little bit. Okay, so now I'm going to look back. This line should connect right here with the shape of the head, and so that head's a nice curve right there, so kind of get that shape in, and then it comes all the way around. And then to even give myself a marker, so 4, And 2, the ear is right here. And it's going to end right here. So I might as well just kind of lightly get it in. Get the shape down. Now right here, you see the edge of her cloth, of her fabric. And then that broken glass piece keeps going. Now the glass underneath gives me the shape of the rest of the shoulder and the fabric. So now I'm going to got my shape in, so I'm going to start at the neck and build my way out my shape here. So this line's going to go down a little further, and I'm drawing with a regular pencil, just trying to get my general shapes in. Okay, so that's her collar. And this is going to come down a little further, actually into this line. And then this actually goes in to here, right up into that edge. And then the edge of her neck comes here, and then the straight of her neck there. Her jawline connects to her ear. That's why I set the ear up. All right. All right. And actually, that comes higher up because of my second image. Okay. So now I'm going to start looking at the eye here. I'm going to look for my point. Okay, so right here is the tear duct. So I just want to kind of make my spot. Looking at my next dot, so I'm going to go tear duct, and on the same spot, my tear duct should be right here. Okay, the end of the eye goes here, and the end of this eye goes here. This might have to come out just a tiny bit more. You might need to make slight adjustments as you're doing this. Okay, now right here, the pupil sits right inside that line. You can kind of see it. And then this one sits right in here. The tip of the nose is right in the same square, so it's going to be right here. Okay, and then the start of her lip would be right here, and then the bottom of her lip. And I actually have teeth in the image, so you got to have a little gap. Okay, let's get the shape of her eye. Her eye goes across the iris and then comes back down. This one's going across the iris again and then comes back down. This is going to come out a little bit more, looking at the shape of her face. So if you need to make adjustments, make your adjustments. Get the bottom of the eyelid. Now, the top of her eyelash, you can see right there at the top of her eyelid, there's a little line. Now she has a fold that goes over top of her eye, okay? Her eyebrow starts right about here. Her other eyebrow starts right over here. The shape of her eyebrow is flat. and then it tucks. Shape of her eyebrow is flat, and then it tucks. Okay. Now time to get her nostril. Get the shape of the nose there. Now her nose kind of has a little peak to it. Kind of goes up, and then it comes back. And then there's a little bit of a line right there. There's another bit of an edge here. And that's going to be where we're going to shadow. But we want to get some of the detailed lines in the nose so we can get the general shape. Now, she has a little partition in her lip here. That's pretty noticeable. And then the top of her lip, it's very pointed. Just checking on my time. Okay. Then the bottom of her lip comes over, and then the shape comes in to space right there. Now, right in here, I'm going to get the edge of her hairline. It comes over a little more. And then right here, I see that her hairline, she has a part that goes down the middle of her hair, so I'm going to actually put that in the direction that it's going. And it's kind of going more in a curve than a straight line. Now, so that's starting to feel pretty good. Let's see where I'm at time-wise. 12 minutes. Okay. Okay. Now I'm going to do the same thing that I did over here. So, but this time I'm going to use the same kind of principles. Get my circle. Get that line there. Do the same thing here. Now this seems like it's going to have to come out a little bit more. Okay. And then the circle, it goes out a little more. Circle's right here. And then the edge of her eye, same shape. You want to keep the same shapes because since I'm doing the same exact feeling, I want to get her eyebrow in the same spot. Kind of has a little arch there, but not very much. And then here, the same thing. Then here on the edge of her lip, I see right there on her jaw, that lip coming into place. And then this is going to come out a little more. And her lip comes down a little bit more on that line. And this comes down a little bit there. Okay. Alright, now I'm going to get the inside of her ear real quick. Get the general shape. Alright. Now where are we at? Okay. Got my general shapes down. I'm going to tweak it and just kind of look at my picture a little bit. And then I'm going to start adding value. Part 2.